At your service. Angel.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bosley is at our service. Welcome to Third Eye Champagne, a collaboration with Moon Pluto Astrology. We are looking at your solar eclipse on, tell me when it is, July 2nd, right?
Yes.
We're looking at your solar eclipse here for July. We have two eclipses, as they always come in pairs. And Aliza from Moon Pluto Astrology is here. We're going to pull some cards for each sign. She's going to talk a little bit about the eclipse and what you should expect, what you can't expect, what it has to do with. And we'll probably do one of these for the lunar eclipse too, so stay tuned.
Yay!
If you guys want to book with Aliza, listen, she reads for me personally. She is, she's the only person reading for me personally. I used to go to both her and Linda G, and Linda's so damn busy. So she is my one and only, and she's brilliant, and she's amazing, and she has called so many things and predicted so many things and guided me so beautifully throughout these many years that I have known her. So go see her.
I try. Well, you know, when a Scorpio calls, you have to answer the phone.
Oh my God. Okay, so talk to us, girl, about this eclipse. Like what's going on?
So this one is a new moon. This is a new moon eclipse on the 2nd. So the easiest way you can think about it, to put it simply, easily, is that it's a super, super, super power charged up new moon. And this means the sun and the moon are in the same place in the sky. This is a solar eclipse, which means it is a new moon eclipse that's happening July 2nd, Tuesday. This is next week, you guys. This isn't, next month or next year. This is next week, because we're recording this on Sunday. So this is very, very soon. And, I was telling people on my Twitter, because this eclipse is in Cancer, so any eclipse is going to be emotional. Really, any new moon and any full moon, I think, are pretty emotional. But even more so with it being an eclipse and it being in Cancer, which is, we have lots of feelings. I say we because that's my sun sign is Cancer. So I know this personally. And Megan, too. Those of you who are fans of Megan, she is also a Cancer. So all y'all get to be honorary Cancers this week, besides that it's Cancer season anyway. So there's going to be a lot of feelings. There may be tears. You may not even understand. You may think, oh my God, life is so good. I'm doing great. Why am I in tears waiting in traffic right now? But
right.
Fear not. It is temporary. It will pass. But these next couple weeks are going to be pretty intense. So just bring your tissues, bring your comfort food, use all the Cancerian strategies, and I'll tell you what we do as Cancers is we eat, and what else do we do? We eat. We eat and we take naps, and we look for nurturing experiences. So you really want to amp up your self-care and your comfort, whatever that is for you, basically. As a way to get through it.
Yeah.
Because when the emotions are so intense like that, it can be scary sometimes for people. There are no doubt air signs and fire signs and maybe a Scorpio or two walking around feeling, I don't want to feel this shit. There's too much. I feel too much right now. But just let it flow through you. It's going to pass. It's just waves. But it's going to be an intense couple weeks.
Okay. I've been feeling it already. I've probably been feeling it since around this time last month, I would say. I've just been like, what is that? I felt a total shift. I felt it, man, and it was just like, boom, okay, what the hell is this?
I'm not surprised. Yes, sensitive people are going to feel it, and eclipses do tend to bring change. It is important to remember that some people will experience a change of some kind, like a manifestation, a happening, a surprise, news, an event, the day of. for many of us, there are themes that have been repeating all of 2019. There's just been stuff that we've been dealing with throughout 2019, and it kind of comes to a head. So many folks are going to know what the eclipse is about for them. Like, they know, oh, I've been dealing with a relationship, or I've been dealing with a job situation, or I've been dealing with a loved one, and oh, here the eclipse comes and everything is very heightened, or I have to take action, or action is, falls on my head. But then for other people, there really is going to be things that happen that day. News, events, surprise. It can be stressful, for sure. It's not just you. If you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling freaked out, know that this is something in the collective. We're all in it together. We're all feeling this chaotic, wild feeling that anything could happen,
Yeah. That's legit. And is it aspecting anything frightening? Is Pluto involved? Is really my question.
This is a pretty good one in terms of. Well, yeah, it is frightening. You know why it's frightening? I'll tell you, my dearest Kirsten. I'll tell you why this is frightening to me. It's simply because we have Saturn in Capricorn, and we have Pluto in Capricorn, and we have the South Node, of course, in Capricorn. And then we have the Sun in Cancer and this new moon eclipse in Cancer. So even though the degrees are not exact, that's an opposition that's pretty heavy, because Saturn and Pluto and the South Node, these are heavy, heavy energies that it's a course correction.
Yeah.
For so many of us. I mean, those are not the lightweights of the zodiac. So I think there are some astrologers out there who are like, oh, this is a really well-aspected eclipse because its closest tight aspect is to Uranus, and it's a sextile, so it's good. So something's going to inspire you, like a sun-moon Uranus sextile. There's going to be some excitement in the air, something inspiring. Maybe you'll have a great idea. But from my perspective, we're still in the midst of this crunch, this crush, this opposition between Cancer, which is love and nurturing, and Capricorn, which is about the law and the rules and what we need to do next. And it's not warm and fuzzy. Saturn and Pluto are not warm and fuzzy.
Right.
Cancer is warm and fuzzy. Yes, we're crusty and crabby, but we're also warm and fuzzy. So yeah, it's a little dicey. It's a little edgy. It does. I mean, the Sun and the Moon in Cancer do get along with Uranus, and they do get along with Neptune. So that softens things. But we're still dealing with Saturn and Pluto. I mean, those are just the themes. We're still dealing with. Can I quote Rilke? Is that
Please.
Too much for the
No,
moment?
do it.
Although I'm gonna do it in English, but. I mean, Rilke wrote, as with the last line of this very famous poem of his, you must change your life.
All right, Aries, this is your eclipse card from Miss Eliza of Moon Pluto Astrology.
Aries is going to leave something behind. I got the 8 of Cups, and I am using the Rider-Waite-Smith. They're leaving. Aries is leaving something behind. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but this is very much an eclipse card, because it's time to release. Aries is doing a big, big, big purge, a big, big, big release. And the 8 of Cups, it could be a relationship, could be love, could be friendship, but it has an real emotional feel here. I mean, that card. It's that guy, the guy with the stick.
I'm trying to find it in my deck so I can show them. Which, of course, is going to be the last friggin' card in the deck. Yep. There we go. Okay, so here's your 8 of Cups, guys. And I mean, you can see he's walking away. He's got his cups stacked up. He's like, I don't need you anymore. I'm done.
He's done. Yeah, he's totally done.
Yeah.
Totally done.
Yeah, absolutely. So Aries is leaving something behind. Now, what's really interesting, so she has 8 of Cups on T of Third Eye Champagne. Miss Kirsten Langston, that's me. I have the 6 of Wands. So it's the same kind of deal here.
It is.
It's the same deal. I mean, you are walking away from something in the 8, and you're kind of coming towards something in the 6. So you're walking away from a victory. You're walking away from something on your horse. You're like, I slayed that. And you're going towards something new. And this card is called victory. So whatever you're walking away from, know this, Aries, you did your best. You fully did your best. You did the best you could. I mean, when you get a victory card like that, the cards are saying, look, you did the best you could. Maybe you don't feel that way. Maybe you're like, I don't know, maybe I could have done some more. No, victory says you did the best. The 8 cups stacked up behind this guy is like, yeah, you did it. You're fine. So yeah, Aries, you're moving on to something, man. Big time.
I love it. I love that because they're going to something better. And you know, because it's a new moon eclipse, there's something new. There's a new start with this eclipse.
Yep, Aries.
So they're not just leaving behind the dead thing. They're going to a new thing.
Exactly. And that's what both of these, I mean, the message too with both these cards is very, very similar, if not exactly the same. Like, I mean, it's pretty damn good, Aries.
I love it when that happens.
We seem to do that kind of a lot when we do these cards. They seem to really match up.
Yes, we do.
Who's after Aries? Because I got nothing.
Oh, wait. It's Taurus. But before we go to Taurus, let me mention that for Aries, their concerns are in the 4th house and the 10th house. So that home and family and also work. Those are the 2 areas of life that are in the spotlight for them. 4th house and 10th house, home and career.
And would you say that people watching this, they can watch it for their sun and their rising signs?
I would say both, yes, because there's an overlay. I mean, I'm using, watch for both, listen for both.
Yeah, I always forget to mention that because I'm a Scorpio and a Scorpio rising, so I never have to read for another rising sign. I'm always like, yep.
Yeah, and people always want to know. So I would say, don't worry about your moon sign. You know, people are always like, should I read for my moon, Venus, Mars, Saturn, Pluto?
Right.
Should I read for my butt? Like,
right.
No, don't read for your butt. Just read for your sun and rising. That's plenty. Or listen to, not read for, but, listen to.
Right.
But yeah, career and home, the public and the private, Aries needs to concern themselves with both.
Which is really interesting because the 8 of Cups is a solitary figure in that card, but the 6 of Wands is someone out in public amongst the people. So that's really interesting that it's those that you just said that. All right, who's up? Taurus?
Okay,
is it Taurus?
Taurus is next.
All right, what do you got, girl?
Oh, wow. I got a very fast card for Taurus, which of course is funny. But I got the Knight of Swords. Very, very fast knight. So something is coming into Taurus's life. I'm really feeling this. They're going to grab the brass ring. It feels very fast. And also, as we know, Uranus is in Taurus now. So I'm going to say with this card, this feels like a prediction for the rest of 2019, that Taurus is on track and moving forward and just whoosh, can you get that sound effect, the whoosh? Taurus is just, they're moving really, really fast. They're totally on track. They may miss a couple details, but I think that's okay. It is a stereotype, but I do find it to be true that Taurus can move really slowly sometimes.
Yes.
But this is a fire under Taurus.
Yeah.
So they're moving. They're moving forward. And the house.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Now, I was just going to say, in terms of what they need to pay attention to, astrologically, the axis is the 3rd and the 9th. So, I have to say, sometimes I depart from the traditional meaning what astrologers of the last 20 years have done, just based on my own experience and working with clients. I think there are many Tauruses or Taurus risings who are going to move or who are in the process of moving. Even though we always don't associate the 3rd and the 9th with a move, I have seen this over and over and over in my practice. Like often it's the 4th, because the 4th house is the home.
Right.
So we usually, like if someone's going to move, what's happening happening in the fourth house. But I've seen this over and over with the third and the ninth. So I think a lot of them are moving. So this is, it is, on the one hand, just moving forward in life, but I think there's going to be actual change of location for many Taurus and Taurus rising.
Oh, interesting. Well,
And some are going back to school.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting. That's the ninth, right? Ninth house is school?
Yeah, ninth and third.
Ninth and third.
Nine and three. Ninth and third, yes.
Very interesting. I got the Three of Cups for Taurus. So essentially, the cards are saying like whatever's happening, it's good. It's like good. It's good shit. I mean, the Three of Cups is good shit. You can kind of go awry with the Three of Cups. You can go into gossip. You can go into like maybe too much partying, but I don't get that here at all. This is just kind of like, hey, you're about to have a good time. This eclipse is benefic for you. It's going to be a nice one. It's going to feel good. It's time to celebrate. It's time to, celebrate your accomplishments and celebrate where you're headed in life. It's a good thing. This is a good one, man. It's going to do very nicely for you, Taurus.
I love that card. That's one of the best cards. I love it.
And I know. I really do too. It's like the party card. And it's like super feminine. It's three women, which I like. It's just very like... And then I always like at the very bottom of the card, I sometimes call it, I don't think I've ever said this out loud, but there's a little pumpkin down at the bottom of the card, and sometimes I think of it as the Cinderella card.
Oh, that's sweet.
I know, because it's got that.
That is so sweet, because I was just about to call it the group sex card, and then you say something so sweet, it's like we changed places. Scorpio and Cancer changed places.
We totally did! That's hella funny.
Gemini is next.
Oh, the Geminis. I have so many Geminis in my life.
I know you like Gemini, and you have that Gemini moon. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, though. It might be top secret.
Nah, it's fine. People know my chart relatively well.
Okay. Oh, I got another Knight for Gemini. So Gemini is also on the move. I got the Knight of Wands this time.
Oh, boy.
So this is hot and fiery and passionate. So there's some sort of hot, fiery passion that's going to be happening for Gemini. And house-wise, you know what this is? This is money.
Oh.
Gemini's, there's new work. There's new work, there's new money, there's new funding. So it really, it depends on what that Gemini does, but it could be new clients. It could be a promotion. There's financial stuff here. There's deals. Gemini's making deals, contracts, more money. This is good. I like it. And there's something that they're going to stop doing. There's a job or there's something work-wise that they're going to let go.
Oh, interesting. I like it. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
big money transit. Big money transit for Gemini. I think they're quitting.
I mean, I could see it. I mean, just speaking from quite a few Geminis that like I said, I have a lot of Geminis in my life. And I feel like some of them are on the verge of quitting something, work-wise. I really do. So it's interesting that you say that.
Move.
Yeah, it's a good move. Yeah, I mean, with your Knight of Wands here, this is not like, oh God, don't do it. It's like, yeah, go for it. Yeah, it's a good move. What's interesting is I also got Wands for Gemini. I got the 8 of Wands.
Oh my God, we're getting the same cards over and over.
Yeah, you and I are like totally in sync right now.
We're sharing a brain.
I think so. It's good. It'll just make us both that much smarter. You have your...
God, something's got to.
Your 8 of Wands here is the same message as your Knight, which is something's moving, it's moving fast, it's moving swiftly. What's interesting about your 8 of Wands is there is no figure in this card. It's one of the few cards with no figures in it, which says whatever happens, it's happening organically. So it's nothing that you have to force or that you have to do a lot of work about or that you have to, make a lot of moves here. Even our Knight, he's he's going pretty easy. I mean, he's like, yeah, all right, let's go. Like, I'm into it. It's a kind of an easy, like, yeah, we're just doing this. So it's the same thing with this 8. It's like the universe is going to deliver this to your door. This eclipse is going to say, here's the deal. This is what we're doing. And you just go with it. You go for it. You be the knight and you continue to move forward. So this is really about propelling you forward in a really positive way. I like it.
And they like being busy.
Yeah. Yeah, and it is. I mean, both of these are cards of action. I mean, this is not like sit on your ass kind of a thing. This is like, let's go. And you're pumped about wherever you're going.
Totally. The worst thing for a Gemini is to be bored. So
Yes.
It's good that they're getting these very action-y cards.
Yes. I think it's going to be a good one for you, Gemini. I mean, despite the Pluto, Saturn, Capricorn situation here, these cards are pretty damn positive.
Yeah, I like, you know what, maybe these cards are just for anyone who by chance watches your channel, and then everyone else can just, like, whatever.
Everybody else is screwed.
This is just for your fans, it's for your fans old and new. Everyone else, who knows, we're not responsible for that, just for your people.
Right? That's legit. Ha! Oh my God, who do we have next? Cancer? No, yes.
Yes, we have Cancer, the star, and, well, I didn't draw the star, I didn't draw yet, but it's Cancer's eclipse, so...
Yeah, you're the star of the show, Cancer.
I hope I'm going to get a good card, but the first thing I want to say is the houses that are occupying them, that they have to... The houses for Cancer are the 1st and the 7th, and you know what this is? You know what this is all about for Cancer? Karmic relationships. I use the K word, karmic relationships. So these are people that are going to come into Cancer's life and people that are going to leave Cancer's life. And I don't want everyone to think that true love is coming in, but for some people, true love is coming in. Some, not all. But it can be business. It can be some other personal relationship, or it can be true love. It can be jerks that you need to release or patterns that you need to release. But this is really big. When you have eclipses that are happening in the 1st or in the 7th, you got to pay attention to the people.
Okay, interesting.
Right. Yeah, so got to tell Megan. Megan, if you're listening, I'm obsessed with Megan today. I've mentioned her like 5 times.
Well, yesterday was her big birthday party, and I didn't go because my knees busted, so I couldn't go, but apparently it was just, let me just say, my husband is so hungover, he can barely function. So it must have been a blowout.
I'm not surprised. Okay, so let's see. We need to see a good card. Give us a good card, Cancer. All right, what do we need to know? Oh, well, this is interesting. Okay, I got the 7 of Cups.
Really?
One of those weird... What?
Really? That is interesting.
This is one of those weird cards, because a lot of people don't like it, because they see it as confusion, or I don't know what's going on, there's no clarity, what's in all those cups. And then some people read it as options, you know, like, oh, I have so many things to choose from. And then there's this sense of illusion.
Right.
And what's real? I feel like I'm giving a very 7 of Cups reading for the 7 of Cups.
Yeah.
What I think this means, taking the astrology into account, is that there's going to be, like I was just saying, all kinds of people coming into Cancer's life, and some of them are going to be okay, and some of them you should not trust. So this feels very frank to me. This feels very practical. There's going to be people who want something from you, and you need to use your head. Cancer's getting a warning.
Yeah, yeah.
Cancer's getting a warning, because not everything in those cups is good for you.
Right. Anything else about the 7 of Cups?
I think so, but it hasn't... Wait, there's some... Cancer needs to observe, okay? There's going to be a lot of opportunities coming to Cancer, but not all of them are worth their while. So out. They're going to have to investigate which of the opportunities is legit.
Yeah.
Or which, like let's say you're internet dating and there's 10 people who seem a little bit interesting. Well, 6 of those you should stay far away from.
Right.
And 4 of those maybe you could consider. And you're going to have to just really take a look. You're going to have to take a look and see what's really in those cups. So it could be potential suitors. It could be opportunities through work. It could be new friends, any new friends. That's a stupid example. But there's like an array. There's an array of stuff, an array of opportunity, and it remains to be seen which ones are worth following up on and which ones are going to come through for you.
Right.
Basically. Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
I don't know.
No, it's good. It's good advice.
I got lost in the 7 of Cups.
Well, that's the nature of the card.
I know. I was surprised to see it because I was thinking, okay, it's Cancer's eclipse. We're going to see something very kind of straightforward and clear.
That's what I thought.
We get this.
Yeah, it's interesting. Well, I've got the Ace of Wands. Yeah. So I would say with this card, this is the card of opportunity. It's the card of growth. It's also the card of the boner, so maybe some of you are going to get laid. As per Lisa's instructions, make sure you're screwing the right people so you don't get screwed.
Can you draw a card since I'm a Cancer? Draw a card for me and draw a card for Megan to see if we're okay. We're going to get laid.
You're going to get laid. Well, listen, it's an opportunity for growth one way or another. It's a new beginning. It's new energy coming in. This is your new moon. So this is new energy coming in, likely to be going on for the rest of 2019. It's new juice. I think with this card, coupled with this 7, it is saying like there are some things you're going to have to decide where you want to grow. So
yeah,
if
where you want to grow and where you want to blow.
Right, exactly. Why? I mean, that's legit. But really, where do you want to grow? Where do you want to have growth in your life? Positive growth, not negative. Oh my God, I picked the wrong cup and there's a demon in it. Growth. So you can go one way or another, though. I think if you make a choice that isn't the wisest choice, you're still going to grow from it, but it's not going to feel good. And I think if you make a wise choice out of one of these cups, you're going to grow from it and it's going to feel amazing. So you kind of have a choice here to be like, yeah, I want to go this way and I know this is good for me. And of course it is. If you're making bad decisions, if you're saying, I'm going to get drunk and go to the bar and pick up the first guy I see or girl I see, probably not the best choice, but if you're like, you know what, I found this person and they grow organic vegetables and I'm going to go over to their house and they're going to feed me and then who knows what'll happen after that. Yeah, that's a better choice. So it's about growth. It's about growth and where you want to have your growth, Cancer.
You know what else about this 7 of Cups can be overindulgence?
Yes.
Excess.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So Leo is next. This is, this eclipse is real spiritual for Leo. I think Leo's going to have a spiritual awakening.
Ooh.
I mean, it's for all the signs so far, I've been talking about it as an axis, but for Leo, the emphasis for this eclipse is the 12th house. So this is a spiritual awakening. They need to not worry so much. Opposite of the 12th is the 6th house. The 6th house is associated with Virgo. Virgo is a worrier. Leo, you have to stop worrying, and you have to let go of that perfectionism and let go and let God, basically. That's the astrology, I think. And they may wind up, they may wind up joining a cult. They may wind up with some new spiritual practice, and I would advise that, not the cult stuff, but indulging in the spiritual and less of the hand-wringing. Now, card-wise, gosh, no wonder they need to go spiritual, because card-wise I got the 2 of Pentacles.
Oh.
Now, I like this because it's money, and I know Leos have been worried about money, and I know Leos dealing with new businesses, so Leo's going to be busy. I think There's new money coming in. There's new work coming in. There's business opportunity, but they're super, super busy and juggling a lot. I'm reading this very, very straightforwardly. It's positive. It's fun, but they're dealing with a lot right now, and they will be over the next few months.
Okay.
But I like it. I like it especially if someone is self-employed or looking to become self-employed. I like the Two of Pentacles because it's dynamic. The energy's moving round and round, and money's flowing. Money's going out, but money's coming in too.
Yeah, I mean that's your two. That's your Two of Pentacles right there. Yeah, big time.
Yeah,
so,
I like it.
Leo, you got the Page of Wands.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like that. Man, these cards are really good. These are really positive cards. Leo, I think for you, yeah, this is a card of fire. You're a sign of fire. And in this particular card, our page is looking at his wand, and he's looking at the growth on his wand. So basically, how do you want to grow your business? How do you want to grow your money? It's time to look at that. It's time to manifest for that. I think that almost all the wands for me are really big cards of manifestation. So how do you want to make it happen? How do you want to make it work? And how can you integrate? Because the two is about balance, and our page, all of our face cards for the wands, they all feature these three pyramids, and the pyramids are mind, body, spirit. So how do you want to integrate your business with everything else? How is your business spiritual? How are you spiritual about your business? You know, are you taking care of yourself while you're working? You know, it's about balance across the board. So it really is.
I like that.
It's kind of looking at all the things and saying, well, okay, what I'm doing right now is really shallow. It doesn't fit in with my spiritual practices. It doesn't fit in with anything, or I don't have a spiritual practice. Maybe I need to get one. But it is about integration for me, and having, you know, the money coming in. Yes, obviously it is wrapped up with the money, and I think having it come in, how do you have more come in? How do you have less go out? Like, it's time to tighten it up, kids.
I love it. I love that.
Thank you. Virgo's next.
That's right. Okay.
All right, Virgo's
going to have new people.
Oh.
With this eclipse is going to bring to Virgo new networks, new connections, new people, but also there's going to be a new dream. The axis is the 11th, 5th. Those are the houses. That's the axis. And I'm not sure which comes first, meaning I'm not sure if it's the goal or the dream that brings in the new people, or the new people bring in the new opportunity. But there's something that they've never done before. And it feels big to me.
Yeah.
It feels big for Virgos and Virgo risings. Like, people are going to see them. It feels public. Like, whatever they do, there's going to be social media. You know, there's going to be paparazzi. Virgos need to let themselves be seen, basically, and not just be the, you know, behind the scenes service person.
Right.
Pumping your gas. Yeah, there's some kind of new... Virgos are going to be working on something brand new that's really exciting and really good for them and will probably make them money.
Yes.
Now, I got the star. I got the star for the Virgos. I love this.
Yes.
I mean, this is just such a beautiful card. You know, I love this for health, too. So if Virgos are worried about health, this is such a good card of recovery and doing better. But it's just, I don't even know what to say about it, because I get overwhelmed by... I was gonna make a joke. I get overwhelmed by the naked lady pouring out jugs of water, and how I never quite understood this card visually. Like, what's going on here? But it's hope.
Yeah.
Virgo, you can have hope. After all this time, after all the pain, Virgo and Virgo rising, after all the work, after all the suffering, Virgo is long suffering.
Yeah.
You're going to have something of your own, and you have every reason to be hopeful and excited and inspired. And whatever this goal is, I would recommend, I want to say to really go for it, but I think it'll almost run itself. Like, you don't have to put that much effort in. It's going to move on its own, and it's very exciting. I'm happy for Virgos.
Yeah, this card is blinging for me. I'm holding all the cards that you're throwing out up to the camera. So I've got the star here. I'm looking at it, and it is just like illuminated.
Aw.
It's very interesting, and I think this is our first major arcana for the whole, right?
I think you're right.
So Virgo, pay attention, honey, because no other sign has gotten a major arcana card the whole time we've been doing this, which is really interesting.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal. And what's really interesting is, guess what? I also pulled a major arcana card for Virgo.
Oh my God, what is it? What is it?
The Hermit.
I'm so excited. Ooh.
Right, so both cards of illumination, both cards of, I think, sort of leveling up in a way. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, totally.
you're going from a 5 to a 10, Virgo. Like, this is big. This is a big one for you.
Oh my God, that gave me chills. That totally gave me chills when you said going from a 5 to a 10.
Yeah,
Virgos are going to take over.
Yeah.
You know who's a Virgo? Beyonce is a Virgo, although she's already taken over, but she's a Virgo.
Yeah, no, please, Beyonce, please. Yeah, so for you, I think illumination is a big deal. I think having an understanding, a better understanding of the self and of the way the world works, and of how to get where you want to be is coming in, and it's coming in hot. So Virgo, I think a lot of this eclipse might happen for you internally, and then you see the external results over time. So I'm not sure. I mean, like Elisa said, some of you on the day of, so, July 2nd, some people are just going to get bam. But I think Virgo, for you, I don't know if your bam is going to come on the exact day, because it feels like a slow release to me. So the Hermit here is saying you've scaled the heights, you've done the things, you've done your suffering, you've done your thing. What's really interesting to me is in the 5 of Cups, we have a black robed figure, right? And he's very depressed and he's very sad, and the black represents his sadness and his depression. With the Hermit, you have a black robed figure, but the black represents his wisdom. So it is about you coming through the dark into the light. So you go from the darkness to the star in the Hermit.
I love it. This makes me want to take your tarot class. Don't you have a tarot class on Vimeo?
What? Why, thank you for mentioning that. We didn't even plan that beforehand, guys. I do have a tarot class on Vimeo. I do.
I was just thinking how I don't think I ever got it. I think I just watched the previews and I thought, oh, I need to get it.
I mean, you are the queen of the cards. I don't think it might not have any extra stuff in there for you, but for those of you who want to learn, it is the perfect beginner's course, and I go through each and every card just like I did right now. It's amazing. It's one of my favorite things, girl, that I have ever done, I have to say. It is one of my favorite damn things I've ever done.
I'm going to do it. I think it would be totally worth it. Because, it's always interesting to me how other people read the cards.
Yes.
Right? Especially, I feel a lot of the time there's a departure. When you've been reading cards a long time, you know the literal meaning, or you know the book meaning or symbolism or imagery, but then when you read for someone, it's a psychic reading. You're not, thinking, well, what does the Empress mean in the book?
Right.
So I love card meanings. That's one of my favorite thing about tarot is, well, what does so-and-so think this card means?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, girl. That's gonna be my birthday present to me.
That reminds me, it is Elisa's birthday. What do you want to tell us the date or no?
Am I getting presents? Only if I'm getting presents.
Well, yeah, I'm about to shake everybody down for presents.
If there aren't presents involved, I would just soon as keep it secret. But it is the 9th, which is the same day as Wait, is that the Dalai Lama's birthday too? I can't remember. There's so many amazing Cancers. Did you know that Pema Chodron is a Cancer?
I did not know that.
And the Dalai Lama, and Meryl Streep, and Courtney Love, and Tom Hanks, and there are at least 3 murderers, I think, born on my day.
Oh, shit.
July 9th.
Oh,
It's a very special club that I belong to, which is kind of frightening.
murderers
Yeah,
and
nice.
yeah, okay. I mean, girl, I'm dead right now. Hey, listen, I'm gonna send my girl a birthday present, and if you want to send her a birthday present, such as cash, you can go. Isn't there a PayPal button on your website, Mama?
Yeah, there is, where they can just, people can get readings, but yeah, like, you can write in, you can actually type in other amounts.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah. You
That's
can.
true. It does exist.
I'll put
there.
I'll put her PayPal address here, and if you want to slip her even just a couple of bucks to have
Aw.
a nice birthday, do it. I will tell you
You're
this.
so sweet.
I have had
That is so
viewers and patrons on my birthday send me like $2, $3, $4, $5, and it all added up to me being able to get myself a beautiful bottle of champagne. So it's a nice thing to do.
Aw.
So if you love Aliza, if you appreciate her like I do, I'm shaking you down.
Aw.
Send her some money. Send her some cashiola. That's not a word,
Ah,
but do it.
that is so sweet of you. That is so, you know what, I'll give you that link, that like special PayPal link. That's the PayPal Me one.
Yeah,
You know,
yes.
that's like different. But that is so sweet of you. Thank you for mentioning it. You know why I never clean up like that on my birthdays? Because I never tell anybody when it is. I
Yeah.
keep it on the down low.
I know. I outed you.
I'm all private with that Venus in the 12th house.
I outed you. I'm sorry, but I had to do it. You deserve all the goodies.
Libra, lovely, lovely Libra. So Libra, this is about career. It's the 4th, 10th axis, are the houses, 4 and 10. But there may be something brand new.
Ooh.
Brand new. And maybe like Libras who have been job hunting or, career hunting or some big opportunity, promotion. Libra, stay focused on career. But I forget who I was saying this for. Like, you don't even need to stay focused. Something's just there's going to be a change. It's going to run itself. Like, you don't have to do anything. It's going to show up. So Libras who are frustrated with their work, just hang on. Don't lose hope, because something new is coming, and it's important. I think it's going to be, it's not just going to be some temporary grunt job, that you do just to do, but something more meaningful is coming for Libra. And also for self-employed Libras, this is really good. Like, I'm thinking of this one Libra gal I know who's a patron. She's wanted to start or actually return to her metaphysical business for years, and she keeps putting it off, but there's an eclipse that's going to be in her 10th house, so she may start it up again.
Right?
Totally. Okay, so, Libra got the 5 of Wands.
Oh, wow.
Libra's fighting with herself. Sometimes I see this card as, competition or quarreling between people, and
right.
sometimes I see it as really creative, like working together well with others. But I'm really feeling this as a battle within. Libra's having a battle within.
Here we go. Here's your 5, everybody. So you can see it's like a group of people, and they could be building something. They could be beating the shit out of each other. We don't know. It's up to the reader.
And is it an inner battle or is it an outer battle? I'm feeling the inner with the Libras here. I'm feeling like they're, it's a stereotype, but some Libras may say it's true that they have trouble making decisions. I think Libra is on the verge of making a very big decision. Very big decision. Oh, and politically, we have many Democrat Libras that are in the news every single day, so this applies to them too.
Oh, interesting.
Kamala Harris is a Libra.
Interesting. Okay. So the inner battle.
Yeah.
What I got for Libra, the 9 of Pentacles. So I would say, yeah, business. Like, end of story, business. This is coming to you as yes, as a business thing, as a workplace thing, even as a money thing. I don't think, sometimes I read the 9 as, I call it sitting pretty, which is a very Libra thing to do, by the way. But to me, it's more of, pay attention to the pentacles, because the pentacles is where it's at. So it's not really about the lady in the thing. It's not really about her. It's really about business, money, working. That's the jam here. That's where it's coming at you. And I think, yeah, you're going to have to make a decision. I think the 5 of Wands is coming in here saying, okay, here's what we're talking about is these pentacles, and the 5 of Wands is you got to make a call. So Libra, you're going to have to make a call. Out of this inner conflict, you're going to have to go from 5 figures to 1 figure in that 9 of Pentacles. And then you can be sitting pretty. Scorpio, right? Yes.
That's right. That's you, my dear.
That's me. I'm ready. I'm so ready for my card. Please don't be horrible.
Okay. I'm excited. So, chart-wise, the axis is the 3rd and the 9th, but particularly the 9th for Scorpio 9th house. So this is getting your ideas across. I mean, very practically, this is a communications house. This is disseminating ideas. This is broadcasting. So we may see a lot more of you in 2019 and into 2020, or hear a lot more of you and other Scorpios and Scorpio risings, because this is a public house. I have these ideas, and I think this and that and the other, and I'm going to share it. This is not a quiet house. This is a house of sharing ideas with the world, with an audience.
Okay. Shit.
It's a big house. It's also the house of the teacher. So you and other Scorpios may be teaching more. It's also publishing. I keep thinking of you, and then I think of like all the Scorpios. But you may publish more. You may teach more. But I keep thinking broadcasting. Where is Kirsten going to show up next that we're going to see her? That's what I'm thinking because of this 9th house thing.
I like it.
I like the word dissemination.
I do too.
I always sneak that in there when I talk about the 9th house. I always say, I talk about disseminating ideas.
I love that word. It's a good word.
Right? It's a good word. It's all fancy and shit. All right. So, okay. Money, Knight of Pentacles. So it's slow. There's some kind of slow process here. This reminds me of what you were saying about Virgo. There's a little bit of a slow process, but then there's new money here. So there's a new opportunity.
I need that. Good.
Yeah, this is it's financial, and it's stable, and it's secure, and it's real. This is not pie in the sky. When I drew that 7 of Cups for Cancer, that was a little pie in the sky. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on.
Right.
But this is a plan. Knight of Pentacles is a plan. So I think there's going to be a plan coming to your 9th house as some kind of or to all Scorpios' 9th house, some sort of solid foundation on which to build. So the question ultimately is, as it always is, what do you want to build? What do you want to grow?
There's our Knight of Pentacles. You can see he's got the pentacle in his hand. He's got fields down below. He's like, I'm going to go plant things because I like planting stuff, because maybe secretly I'm a farmer. I don't know. But he's here.
And he's not worried. He's stopping to smell the roses.
Yeah, this man is not tripping, and his horse is pretty also.
No, he's not tripping.
So what's interesting is I actually did pull a major arcana card, and this is, for me, I think this is just the universe kind of winking and nodding at me and all Scorpios and saying the card is the moon. So this is literally the card of the eclipse.
Ooh.
So I think part of it is just saying, listen, it's an eclipse. What more do you want from me? I really do get this sense of like, it's not a big deal, Scorpio. It's just an eclipse. And then with our Knight of Pentacles there also, it's kind of like, it's not a big deal, Scorpio. It's just a pentacle. You know what I mean? So I don't get this big thing out of this card. Not like when I was looking at the 2 major arcana cards for Virgo, it was like, holy shit, this to me is more like the universe going, it's an eclipse. Just deal with it. Just handle it.
You know what I feel about that one? That card I feel like is the fear of, well, where's the knight? Where's my pentacle? Like, that's some worry. I'm feeling the Scorpio, I'm not going to get the thing that I want. Where is it? Where is it? I'm waiting for it. I'm just thinking of your card and my card together.
Yeah.
Makes me feel like Scorpio has doubt. Scorpio is having a crisis of faith, basically. That's how I'm reading your card. So I'm backseat reading.
Very. No, it's really interesting. What's interesting to me is that with the Knight of Pentacles, we have a person, they're holding a pentacle. Easy, right? With the moon, you've got a crayfish, you've got a wolf, you've got a dog. You know, it's kind of a crazy looking situation where we're howling at the moon, the crayfish is coming out of the water, like what the F is going on. It is kind of this, what the F is going on feeling.
It's a freaking zoo. It's a zoo.
It is. And I think for some Scorpios, I think it's going to play out that way. I think it's going to play out with this just...
Oh, I just thought of something else.
Go. What?
Determination. Dogged determination. Scorpio knows what they want, but they're not entirely sure how they're going to get there or the timing. I'm getting the Scorpio download because I've been talking to a Scorpio in my personal life. So I'm tuning into his energy, and I think I'm feeling some of your energy, and I'm tuning into the cosmic collective Scorpio everywhere energy because I love them. So this is determination, even though you don't know how, you don't know when, you know why, and I think you know 80% what. But there's some uncertainty. That's that moon. There's some uncertainty. But that Knight of Pentacles is not going to give up. He, she, they're going to keep going, and they're going to get it. They're going to reach their goal. But there's the crisis of faith. There's some doubt. So Scorpios, don't give up. You're going to reach the promised land. Sag is also under some money transits. Let me think in my head whether it's more the second or more the eighth for them. Okay, so it's the eighth house is in the spotlight for Sag. So they've got, you know what? They've got money coming in from someone else. I mean, that's kind of a traditional way to think about it, that the second house is the money that you earn, and then the eighth house is other people's money or money you received somehow. But again, I find that in actual practice with clients, the houses are more slippery than we give them credit for usually. But there could be a gift. They're going to get a bonus. It's a reward. It's an award. There's some sort of unexpected, if they're in business, could be clients, could be investors. But I think it's good money. Gemini and Sagittarius both. There's money changes, but it's positive, and it's releasing. It's definitely releasing dead weight.
Ah, interesting.
But yeah, like if it's, I'm not advising anyone gamble, but it feels a little bit like that. Like some money just shows up.
Oh, interesting.
For Sag, something, unexpected out of the blue, like, oh, I have an extra $10,000. Where did that come from? Kind of feeling.
I know I love it when I find an extra $10,000 lying around.
Right? I know. That's a really good feeling. That's almost as good as when I find $25,000. I remember that day and lifetimes ago. Okay, so let's see what the cards are. And some of this too, like I start with the astrology, but like with you, it goes off into psychic territory.
Oh, big time.
So I might be saying, it's this house, but then I tune into the, the universal body, the Akashic records, as it were. All right. Ooh, Page of Wands.
Nice.
What do I want to say about this? Well, this is always such a penis card to me, the Page of Wands.
It is.
And we are talking about the 8th house, which can be sex. So some Sagittarius rising, there's going to be, this is a sex transit. This is a money transit. Ooh, your new lover is probably going to be younger than you.
Uh-huh.
But this is fire. So there's some kind of passionate and inspiring new start. You know, I need a different phrase for new start. I say new start as much as I say hi. But you know, it is a new moon eclipse. That's what it is. It's a new start. It's a new start. It's a new beginning. It's a reset. This card, trying to figure out what it really means. You know, what does it really mean for Sag? What does it really mean for Sag to get this Page of Wands? And I keep thinking that it's a message. So I'm getting something that's very practical. I feel like this is a message about money. I'm not even getting vibes about, the next month or the next few months or the next year. This feels very, like, time-based, you know,
yeah.
Near future. This feels like a near future vibe, a near future prediction about money or money work. And I swear to you, there are Sagittarius listening to this that are going to get emails, you know, saying, you got the job, or you got the promotion, or whatever it is. But this is messages about money.
So what's really interesting, the card I picked was the 8 of Pentacles.
Ooh.
So literally, if you read these two cards together, the Page and the 8, it literally says messages about work and money. The 8 of Pentacles is about work and money. So it's pretty straightforward, Sag. I mean, that's the deal here. I mean, maybe the card is saying work that D, or maybe you don't have a D, then I would just say work the genitals as best you can. But I am a Scorpio. I can't not bring sex into it, please.
That's why we love you.
But no, it is. It's a message about work and money. End of story. And it's a positive one. The 8 and the Page are both really positive, really nice cards. So good for you, Sag. You're obviously going to have some beautiful things show up in the next few days. And it does feel very close to me as well. It feels like if you're going to get it, it's going to be within the next, week or so. Like it's soon.
Exactly. That was so weird. It's like I was staring at this card waiting for some sort of big, deep revelation. Yeah. And then sometimes it's not really big or deep, but it's very specific and near future, and then message about money. So. Yep.
Sometimes the cards, you guys, are incredibly straightforward.
So I hope your viewers will comment, especially with things like this that are very specific, if they'll comment like, oh yeah, I got a new job, or I'm about to get a new job, or I'm waiting for news.
Yes, absolutely. Let us know in the comments, because I might break my own YouTube rule and read them. I know Eliza will read them. So let us know in the comments how you feel about your sign and your cards, and if anything has shown up for you yet, or let us know when it does show up for you, please.
Okay, so Capricorn is next. So Capricorn, similar to Cancer, is also going to be dealing with karmic relationships, important people showing up, certain people leaving. It's going to be both. People coming and going. And like I was saying for Cancer, it actually can be a love situation, and it can also be breaking patterns. I saw this in my own life once. When I had eclipses across my 1st and 7th, I had people show up in my life that were really big deals that changed my life professionally. And then I also ended patterns romantically. So this is major for Cancers and Capricorns. It's major. It's huge. It can't be underestimated, okay? They need to know. They need to get it through their heads that nothing is the same anymore.
Right. That's real.
And I know we throw around these words like karma and clearing karma, but it's for lack of, I use those words sort of shorthand, but I really do mean it. Like, I really do mean that there are patterns that come from other lifetimes, and when we have eclipses in the 1st and the 7th, those patterns have to do with other people, and we can clear that shit out. I mean it.
Yes.
Like, if you're the kind of person who always dates, you know, the unavailable man or the unavailable woman, like, you can end it. You can be done with that forever. And then your next love is not going to fit that pattern.
Right.
The eclipses will wipe it away.
Yeah, this is a big deal. It's a big deal, Capricorn. So.
It is. Okay, so they got the Eight of Wands. Didn't you saw this for someone already?
I did. I forget who it was. It was maybe Gemini,
so
I don't know.
This is also news.
Yeah.
So, you know, Capricorn, I'm feeling this even more than news. I'm feeling things are moving fast, things are moving fast, things are moving fast. It almost feels like dog energy. Like when dogs are going to look for something and they're like on the hunt, like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where's that thing? I smell that food. Where is it? I'm getting like full on heavy. It's almost like panting. Because Capricorns are panting and salivating, and they're looking for something. What are they looking for? Because it's coming as a metaphor. It's coming as images. Capricorn is on the hunt, and they're looking. They're looking. They're looking. They're looking. They're looking. Are they going to find it? Maybe your card is going to answer if they're going to find it. But what I feel is that they're totally on the hunt, and they're on the move. And this feels even faster and more intense than those knights, because we saw the Knight of Swords for someone. We saw the Knight of Wands.
Yep.
This feels even faster.
Yep.
This is like, whoosh, much faster than the Knight of Pentacles that I got for Scorpio.
Oh, yeah.
Or you got. I can't remember who got that, but this is like this is a direct line. Capricorn sees what they want, and they're going to go for it. And there is like no question. I'm feeling so much confidence in the energy here. So I think they should just go for it. Whatever it is that's in their head that they want, just go for it, because the energy is on their side. Universe is on their side here.
Big time. So what's really interesting is you said that this is kind of the Cancer Capricorn deal here. Big deal for both of them. Guess what card I got for Capricorn? Seven of Cups.
Oh no!
Yes!
For Cancer. Oh my God.
How wacky is that? So, and I am shuffling, by the way. I mean, I'm not just like pulling, like, I'm doing really good shuffles over here. So I have the Seven of Cups for you, Capricorn, which to me says, it goes right along with what Eliza's saying, which is you are on the hunt. So here's what you're looking at. You're looking at Seven Cups. This is what you're hunting for. What are you hunting for? Because there's 7 cups here, and some of them are pretty fucking gnarly, and some of them aren't. And you could get riches, you could get a castle, you could get a lady, you could get a laurel, but that comes with a price. You could get a demon, you could get a snake for some reason, maybe, I don't know, but it's here. And then you have your hooded figure in the middle, which is the true path, which is true illumination.
Oh my God, girl. Sorry, I just had a revelation.
Go.
Based on what you were, because I'm thinking about this, I drew that card for Cancer, you drew it for Capricorn. You know what this is about? This is about Cancers and Capricorns getting out of their own way. Both signs have a lot of anxiety. There's probably no such thing as a human without anxiety, but Cancers and Capricorns have a lot of anxiety. They have a lot of worry. They have a lot of security fears. This card is about not letting those inner demons take over, and not letting that anxiety and self-sabotage take over. So I'm reading it as a warning. Like, there's good stuff coming, but you've got to get out of your own way and not be oppressed by, like, negative fantasies, because that's what worry is, are these negative fantasies.
Right. Fully.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, and the Seven of Cups is a card of fantasy. And yes, there are some damn negative fantasies in these cups. I mean, it's legit. And I think, again, just like Cancer, I think the deal is you can make a choice for growth in a positive way or a negative way. I think it's a very similar message. So if you want to grow more into freaking out over shit and worrying about stuff and having really gnarly experiences, then that's the direction you're choosing. So know this, Cancer and Capricorn, you are making a choice around this time period, okay? You're making a choice here, and it's either going to help you or hurt you. So figure out what you're doing. I'm getting bossy.
I like that. You're being tough with us, but we can handle it. We can try. Okay, so Aquarius, the axis for them is the 12th and the 6th, with an emphasis with this eclipse on the 6th house. So Aquarius, Aquarius who have not been well, finding new treatment, finding new healers, health being better. The 6th house is work, is health, is routines, but I'm really feeling the health thing here. And I'm also feeling mental or emotional or physical or spiritual. It's time, you know what? It's time to focus on it. It's time to focus on it, and it can get a lot better than it has been for Aquarius. And I also feel for them to do a fire ritual to burn away the past. They're holding on to some past shit.
Yeah.
Use my language.
Yeah, no.
Are you feeling that? I haven't even drawn this card yet, and they're like holding. What are they holding on to?
Yeah, I have quite a few Aquarians in my life, and I will say that I have noticed across the board with these Aquarians, they are almost all in a tight spot, a rough spot, a gnarly place, and they can't let go. They cannot let go of the past, and it's the fact that they can't let go of the past is what's keeping them where they are. So that's so legit. What you're saying is so legit. It's kind of frightening me.
Yeah, I was feeling fire ritual, but of course, practice fire safety.
Yes, burn safely. Burn safely. If you're a child watching this, don't play with fucking matches.
That's right. If you're gonna do your candle magic, do it safely. But I'm feeling, because I didn't feel this for anyone else yet. I'm feeling that Aquarius needs magic for this eclipse.
Yeah.
And I drew the Queen of Cups for them, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, they are the water bearer, and I draw the Queen of Cups, which is usually associated with one water sign or another, depending on who you are.
Right.
But this is a kind, gentle, but passionate, emotionally healthy, emotionally flowing. I feel like this is the year they're moving into. Like, if we think of the eclipse time as a year, you know, this summer to next summer,
right? This
feels like prediction to me that they're moving into a more emotionally balanced place, and their feelings are going to flow. They're going to have to flow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Because I don't want to blame Aquarius for their sickness. Like, I'm not blaming the victim and saying, "Oh, it's your fault. You're in such a tight spot." But there's this sense here of, I mean, the Queen of Cups has compassion. So the more compassion that Aquarius can have for themselves, the better.
Yes.
I mean, that must be weird, right? If you're an Aquarius, an air sign, fixed, stubborn, doesn't like change, air sign, in the time of a Cancer eclipse, they can't help but feel. They have no choice.
Right. Exactly.
It's not a comfortable place, but I think ultimately beneficial, and that will improve whatever it is they want to improve in their life.
Okay, so here's our Queen of Cups, you can see. Not typically associated with Aquarius in the tarot, because usually we would associate an Aquarius with an air, with the King of Swords or the Queen of Swords, but there she is.
Right. We get this really emotional,
yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah, and what's really striking me, just as I look at the card, is how intently she's looking at her cup. So I think Aquarius, you may have some examination to do. Examining of the self, of the feelings, of maybe the past, in order to let it go. But I feel that. I feel that with this card, man. I really do.
I love that. You put into words what I was trying to say. I couldn't make it come out. It wasn't forming in my brain.
So I got, interestingly enough, I also got a person card. It is Page of Swords. So, yes, representative of an air sign, but for me, it's really interesting. The card is split in two. Now, I see this very rarely. I'll see this. The cards, I'll look at it and I'll see something that's not really there, right?
Wow.
It's split down the middle, and on the one side is the clouds, and it's real dark, and it's real gnarly, and it's real nasty, and on the other side, it's like bright and sunny. So to me, this says you can really get in the shit on this eclipse if you so choose. Because I feel like And usually, typically, yes, this is a card of information, dissemination of information, what have you. See what I did there, girl? You like that?
That's the word of the day.
But for me, it's more of tied to emotions, and it's tied to those clouds, and it's tied to you're either going to have a real sunny experience or you're going to have a real gnarly experience, and it's fully dependent on you. And I think going into resistance on feeling your feels with the Queen of Cups here is what's going to give you a really gnarly experience. So,
you know what?
What?
Thinking about what I was saying and what you were saying about the Aquarius folks in your life, I just felt like drawing another card for them.
Yeah.
And I drew the Devil. So this is confirming even more. There is something that they just don't want to let go.
Yeah.
So the eclipse feels like an earthquake, you know. The house needs to be let go. Something's got to be let go, and I feel like they're fighting it.
Yes.
And that Queen of Cups showed up for me because it's a flow. Like what you were saying about resistance, flow is the opposite of resistance.
Right.
So
right.
The Queen of Cups really is advice. Wait, and which one did you draw? Oh, you got the Page of Swords.
Uh-huh.
Wow. That's the resistance, right?
Yeah.
That's the resistance.
Yeah. Yeah. Very Aquarius, this could be a breakthrough for you. And this is it's you could go into it willingly or you could try to resist it, but I don't want to see what would happen if you tried to resist it. I wouldn't want to be
get ugly.
Yeah, it could get real gnarly. So, good luck, Aquarius.
I haven't had an Aquarius client in a long time, I think, which is weird. I'm just reflecting on that fact.
No, that's interesting.
Here.
All right, Pisces, last one. Let's do it, baby.
Okay, so Pisces, the axis is the 5th and the 11th, so they really need to keep both in mind. But for this eclipse in particular, it is the 5th house that is in the spotlight. And I'm thinking creativity. So it's making me wonder, the Pisces risings, if they are ready to give birth there. Mm-hmm. Now, it may be an actual baby, or it may be some sort of art that they're returning to. I'm sensing a lot of Pisces and Pisces risings are returning to something that they used to do. And it's going to be really good if they can stick with it. Very, very creative transit.
Okay, cards for Pisces.
Well, you know, when I draw cards for patrons and I draw one that I call a bummer card, I always want to draw an extra one. But I drew the 10 of Wands, which, going back to what we were saying about the astrology, is there's all this creative spirit in them. There's all this creative fire. There's this impulse. There's this stuff that they not just want to do, but they need to do. But there's a lot in their way. Finding the time, finding the energy. I'm even thinking of a Pisces who's I think she's got 3 really young kids. There's no way that she's got the time and energy to do these things.
Right.
So it's going to feel like the 10 of Wands. It's going to feel like it can't be done. It's going to feel like pushing a rock up a hill. Nevertheless, that's where the eclipse is going to be. So she's going to have the rebirth or the birth, maybe baby number 4, I don't know.
Right.
But it is a call. Like, even when the card is difficult, right? Even when the transit is hard, it's still a call. You know, we can't just say no thank you, because it has a way of kind of getting what it wants out of us anyway. So because I drew the 10 of Wands, it makes me want to draw another.
Which is interesting because I drew 2 cards.
What?
I drew 2 cards.
Oh yeah?
I did. I was
together?
I drew one and I looked at it and then I went, nope, we need one more. So I also drew 2. If you want to draw another one, do it.
Yeah, I got it. I got the Page of Cups. Pisces, be open to figuring out how to do this.
I mean, and the page is a card of children and babies and creativity. So it's like, yeah, figure out how to get from the 10 to the page, I think.
Yes, exactly. How to get from the 10 to the page, because the page is so open.
Oh yeah, totally. All right, well, I'll do mine and then we'll be done. What's interesting is for Pisces, I pulled the 7 of Cups. again.
Oh my God.
Right, which I went, you know what, there's more to this, because this isn't about what it's about for Cancer and Capricorn. It's not about choices and illusions and da-da-da and this, that. It's not like that for you. This is a card of massive creativity, but I wanted something to go with it to kind of round out the reading. So I also picked another card. So obviously, Pisces, the universe wants you to have a twofer. I got the Lovers along with that.
Ooh.
So for me, this is not just creativity, but divine inspiration.
Ooh, I love that.
So be on the lookout for it. And yeah, I think with Eliza's cards over here, it's like, if you're super busy, if you're 10 of Wands, if you've got a lot going on, make a little bit of time for yourself and a little bit of time to have that divine inspiration strike you. Just a tiny bit. Give yourself 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, whatever you can manage, whatever you can do it, because the good shit is coming. The big idea is coming. You know, the painting that's going to launch your career is coming. The song that's going to be the one-hit wonder is coming. So find the time.
The one-hit wonder.
The one-hit wonder.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. The Page of Cups wants to come through. Page of Cups wants to come through.
Yep. You just gotta figure it out, y'all. Let it line up.
You know what else?
What?
So maybe it's a real baby, or maybe it's, you know, the baby is the song that you're writing or the painting that you're painting, and the Ten of Wands is the labor. The Ten of Wands is the labor,
Yes.
labor. And then you're left with this beautiful, beautiful Page of Cups.
Yep. Absolutely. Ten of Wands is labor. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So Pisces, this is a big one. I feel like this is really good for you, Pisces. And it's not difficult. It really is just this something in the creative realm. And it could end up, you know, making a huge difference in your life.
I agree. Labor pains.
Yeah.
Labor pains and then the baby.
Yep, absolutely. So you guys, that's going to do it for us. I will put all of Eliza's information up so you can find her, so you can get eclipse readings from her. I am doing eclipse readings for patrons only via email, and I'm not doing them after July 2nd. So if you have not gotten one and you want one, you better hit me up today if you're a patron. If you are not a patron, you can come be a patron for $2 and then buy that $30 reading from me. So it's an email reading.
That's such a good deal.
It's a good deal. It's an email reading. I cover both eclipses. You don't get to ask questions. It's me just putting a spread down for both eclipses and giving you the information. So if you're interested, come be a patron. It's the only way you're going to get a reading from me right now, by the way. That's the only way you're getting it. So, but if you need something really comprehensive, you want to talk to somebody in person, you want the astrology to go with it, then Eliza is your gal. All right, that's where you want to go for the big comprehensive reading on eclipses, on anything coming up. We are at the midpoint of your year, you guys. So if you want to get something for the next 6 months, go see her, go talk to her. She can do shit like that.
Well, I am back on my YouTube more than I used to be. I came back. It's been a little slow the last couple weeks, but I've been there more.
Okay.
So you can definitely visit me there. And my channel is small, so that's great if they can come and like and subscribe and say hi.
Yeah, that would help her out immensely. And, you know, if you, going back to her birthday, which I am already celebrating, if you can't or don't want to or what have you, if you don't want to send her a few bucks for some birthday goodies, then go over to her channel, like and subscribe. And if you've already done that, then tell all your friends about her. It's a really nice birthday gift to give somebody, especially somebody who gives back as much as Eliza does and who works as hard for fucking humanity as she does. So
you are so sweet. You're just the sweetest little Scorpio.
She's just never seen my bad side.
The mushy stuff.
What?
That's what's so funny is you don't like the mushy stuff, but then you're like super sweet, so it makes people go, "Aw, you're so sweet."
I'm just not a mushy person. I don't know. Maybe I'll get there in my old age. Maybe. I doubt it, but we'll see. You guys,
have to.
Let's say thank you so much to Miss Eliza. Thank you so much, Miss Eliza. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for collaborating with me. You guys, we are trying to get a podcast off the ground, but it has been like the slowest going ever. So
True.
if you guys know of any good podcast apps that are good for the technically challenged to use, such as us, please let us know, because we were looking at something, and what was it? FM something?
Anchor.
App. Yeah, it was the Anchor app, but then it turns out like Anchor owns all your stuff if you go through them, which I'm not interested in, obviously. So we're looking for something. We want to start doing a nice, like, just a cool ass hanging out, super female positive, all inclusive podcast is what we're looking for. And we cannot get this shit off the ground. So if anybody wants to help us out, if you're a producer, if you can help us out with this stuff, hit me or Lisa up and let's chat.
Or a TV show.
or you can just put us on TV. It's fine. It's fine. She's Bosley and I'm the one angel. We'll do it that way.
You're the angel. But you're all the angels. You're all the angels in one. And I can be Bosley.
All right, you guys. We'll talk to you later. Mwah!